Hello, my name is Kayla McCullum, and I am a Fort Wayne Brown Mackey Surg Tech student. I am in my third week of the fourth month, so I have 1 week left, and I'm pretty excited. This whole externship was pretty interesting and very tough and time consuming. Well, I'm 24 and my original graduation date was last June, but I had to take off 6 months because of financial difficulties. And I came back and everybody was supportive and motivated me from the school, and I feel like I did good and I was ready for externship. I believe everyone was pretty excited about it. And once it happened, we kind of got off to a rough start, and it's been probably one of the roughest school situations I've ever been in. But we're almost done. We had a lot of help from our current instructor, who was really helpful and informative and just willing and ready to help. Okay, so I have 4 different topics I'm going to go over during this video. The first topic is why I chose this program. The next one is what I've learned, and the last one is how I feel about it, or do I have any regrets about this program. Okay, so why I chose this program is because I have dreams of being a doctor, and I used to want to do plastics really bad, and things have changed now. Now I want to be a OBGYN, and I feel like it's a little bit more fulfilling and helpful versus elective surgeries. Not all plastics are, but those were the ones I originally wanted to do when I came into this field. Also, I want to live comfortably and make good money, and I've always been interested in anatomy and physiology and biology and just the human body, and I really have an interest in helping people and women, and so that's why I am going to try to be an OBGYN. I'm looking at schools currently now for pre-med, and I'm pretty motivated. I'm sure if I could get through this externship that I can keep on going and just stay motivated. I can do anything I put my mind to, and I truly believe that. And I just really think that the capabilities of surgeries are they're amazing, the things that we can fix with our bodies just by going in there and figuring out what you need to do. And my favorite specialty was ortho, and then once I got to OB, I really liked OB, but ortho was pretty cool. How the arthroplasties, and it's just amazing. And I did think about being an orthopedic doctor, but that changed once I got to OB, and I have my mind made up that I want to do OB because I want to help women, and I think it's cool to deliver babies, and it just seems like an interesting and a fun career. Okay, so on to my next topic would be, what have I learned? I have learned that everybody does not follow the rules. And when I mean everybody, I mean hospital staff, and I mean even some students. But we were told to practice surgical conscience and to maintain a sterile field, and pretty much go by the book, because that's, in my eyes, that's what's right. I've seen people go ahead and scrub with poison ivy on their arms. I've seen people lean against the back table with their arms crossed. I see people not spin and tie and close their whole entire gown. And it just seems like that's not right. If I was a patient, I would want that, and I know that I'd have the right to refuse that. And I know that if those people were patients, they wouldn't want them working on them, which not much I can do about it. But I was told that I was a student and I need to go with the flow. And I know that asking to scrub when I'm not so experienced is hard enough that if I was to correct a surge tech, I would probably not be able to scrub with them or a lot of their peers. So, I mean, none of it was really too bad, but a lot of it was wrong, and I feel like the staff knew. And I also didn't realize that so many of the techs that were in there were not certified. And that was interesting to me. So even though I'll be a new student, I'll be certified, and a lot of the techs that are out there working currently are not certified. So I don't know if that'd really make a difference as far as getting a job first, because I'm sure those people have, they have more experience than me, but I'm certified, and I just don't know how that goes. And I've also learned to take lots and lots of notes. Even if you kind of know, it always helps to take notes or look at the doctor's preference card, because even though it's the same case you may do with, two doctors, the two doctors may do it completely different. One doctor may be left-handed, one may not be, one might like one suture better than the other, or one specific instrument. So it always helps just to go ahead and check out that preference card. And also, with me taking notes, I also asked a lot of questions. And the techs that I worked with, they seemed to not really be offended. They were actually willing to answer all my questions, and when they gave me evals, they said that I was eager to learn, and which I was. But asking questions, you just, it helps with your knowledge, and it'll help you kind of know what to ask each tech after each case, or even if you have a question, just try to remember it. And also, they told me that if I have a question during a case and I can't ask it, they told me I can use the marker and write it down on a towel, or save my little paper that I spin with for my gown and write down all my questions on there, and then ask them at the end of the case, which was helpful also. And also, you should, whenever there's free time, even if there's time in between your cases, if you're scrubbing with another scrub and you have time in there on lunch and you already had lunch, or if you have free time, always help clean up the rooms and change the rooms over and stock or just anything you can do to help to kill time, because they noticed that, and I was told by a nurse that they noticed when I do that. And so I try to help out as much as possible, even if I don't have cases and I'm there early. I just try to do what I can to help, or go down to CS, or just anything I can do to help, just to kill time. And also, when you do stuff like that, you learn where things are if you ever need to go run and get something, and you learn people's names whenever you need help, and it's a good look to help whenever you can. So that's what I always try to do. And also, you should always remain professional. I saw a whole lot of unprofessionalism with the nurses, with the techs, with the doctors. I didn't get yelled at by any doctors, which I guess is a good thing. I waited for it, since I was told I was going to get yelled at as a student. But the doctors, I think, only had two 2 times where a doctor was mean or rude to me, and the doctor knew I was a student, and the doctor knew that I don't understand. I don't know why, but some doctors just prefer not to work with students, but he gave me a chance, so I was grateful for that. But you got to stay professional. They cuss, they talk about each other, and cussing might not be that offensive to anybody, but when you hear them talk bad about each other and then you go scrub with that person and you hear them talk about someone else, or, it's just that it's a lot of drama. A lot of the texts were females, which doesn't really mean that there's going to be drama, but it was a lot of drama, a lot of rumors, and I think the best thing to do is just sit there, and if there's nothing to do, and just listen and don't say anything, or walk away and go find something else to do, stay busy, and try not to be in the middle of it, and just remain silent. Don't put in or add in anything that's unnecessary or that might hinder your possible future job, or your eval, or your any externship, just anything that might hurt you in any way. Okay, so this is how I feel about the Brown Mackie Search Tech program. My prereqs were pretty cool, pretty easy. I mean, I can handle all the homework, and I really liked it. I insisted on going to it, and I sacrificed a lot of time with my family, my money. I drove 3 hours every day, and for 2.5 years. So, I don't regret it. It was a good program, but towards the end, I feel like the whole externship was kind of like a joke. It was kind of surreal. I couldn't believe that all the stuff that was happening was actually happening. And my sister actually went to Brown Mackie for the OTA program, and she had a good experience. She loved it. No problems. Her instructor, great. She loved it. I didn't have the same situation. So, I just think that this whole situation made me and my classmates stronger. It made us closer. We helped each other a lot. We figured out what cases we need. We talked to each other. We made a calendar for what days we'd be in certain areas so we can all get the cases that we need. We discussed things that we learned. We group messaged to help each other. And, in the end, it made us all stronger and closer, so I was proud about that. But it was really stressful, a lot of unnecessary stress. And then to have homework on top of externship, and to live, an hour and a half away, and sometimes have our instructor, sometimes not. It was just it was tough. But now that it's almost done, I feel like anybody can do it as long as you stay focused. And, you need, during externship or any schooling, period, you need to be healthy. You need to get your rest. Take vitamins if you need them. Stay around positive people. Just try to stay focused. It's really hard to stay focused for 4 months, and like I said, I sacrificed a lot of time, my family, my friends, and all I did was homework, study, and sleep for these 4 months, and I don't regret it, and it was all worth it, and I am proud of myself, and I'm proud of all my classmates, and I just hope that it's all worth it in the end for all of us, and I just want all of us to be successful, and I just don't want I don't want this whole situation to leave a bad taste in anybody's mouth. So, well, that's pretty much it for me. Brown Mackie, I don't believe I would go back just because of how people in authority handled situations when we needed help. And I can't say it's the same for everybody.